Hey there Wayfinders, and welcome to another video. As promised, here's what I think is the fastest way to level your Wayfinder. Now if you're new to the game, then things will vary a lot, as in the beginning you have a lot of quests to do for the storyline, and that will get you more than halfway there with the current XP boosts in game. However, once you unlock everything, you'll have to gain those 10 to 12 remaining levels by either doing repeatable quests, farming expeditions and bosses. So what is the best way to farm XP? Well, if this is your first Wayfinder, then your equipment isn't going to be the best, so you'll have to stick to the lower sphere levels. One of the quickest way to get to level 30 will be the priority quests, and chances are you haven't done all of these. I know I still haven't either, but they give a ton of XP and they're worth completing. Repeatable quests aren't as great as they are time consuming and don't give a whole lot of XP since they were nerfed a few patches ago, so it's not really something I would recommend that you do. If you've completed all of your priority quests and are still struggling to reach max level, then it's time to hit expeditions. I recommend farming the Undercroft. It's an easy lost zone that gives anywhere between 15 to 30k XP. I know for a fact that on sphere level 3 it gives around 22 to 25k. And it's relatively easy to do, so I would definitely recommend starting there. You'll also get tons of gold and accessories that you can use later on for your other low level Wayfinders. If you are like level 1, you can pretty much go into the Undercroft and do it from the start, and you'll gain a few levels just by doing one run. I pretty much do this by using a level 1 Wayfinder and a level 30 ranged weapon, as it's the safest way to do this because you can't really take a lot of hits at level 1, and using a rifle or a shotgun is probably going to be the best way. Oh, and make sure you have matchmaking turned on. The more enemies means more XP and is quicker to farm in a group, especially if you get grouped with people that are max level and have really powerful gear, which means you'll end up getting like a free boost from just random people playing the game with you. Once you get to between level 15 to 20, it's time to move on to the mines, and the bloodworks are a great option, but in all honesty, I prefer to just farm the lower level bosses as they can give around 12 to 13k XP, and you can kill them in about 3 to 4 minutes each time. That is the least exciting way to do it, but it is the most time efficient way. Trial of Lingering Light is a super easy boss fight that gives a lot of XP, as well as bosses like the Argent Commander, for example. Again, you can get a lot of XP from him, and it's relatively easy to do at mid-level. Now at later levels, I would say around 20 plus, you can start doing the more difficult tier 3 expeditions. And as I said in my previous video, link on the top right hand corner, the repository of knowledge is one of the best XP farms, and I consistently get between 35 to 40k XP as well as loads of gold. I emphasize gold because it is the bread and butter of Wayfinder, and you pretty much will be spending crazy amounts of gold trying to upgrade weapons, affinity, crafting accessories, and so on. Now once you have your first Wayfinder at level 30, then I'd recommend getting some weapons to level 30, as different weapons are best suited to certain Wayfinders, such as daggers and venomous, for example. She is absolutely insanely powerful with daggers. I would say better than rifle builds in fact. Now if you are just leveling alternative characters, or this is your second or third Wayfinder for example, you've probably exhausted all of your quests, so the only way to level them would be by farming lost zones and bosses. For levels 1 to 12, again I'd probably just stick to the Undercroft, use a level 30 weapon and farm away. Probably use the Tempest or the Nightshade, it's safer than using anything else. I have tried daggers and it's probably the worst thing I've tried because you hurt as much as a wet noodle, but feel free to experiment. By the way, the Undercroft alone gives around 25k XP, and it takes around 10 minutes to complete a run, so you can do 6 runs per hour, which will be around 150k XP per hour. So you could just farm the Undercroft, and all of this XP is also going to level up your mastery super quick. Chances are you'll have max mastery on a character before the character is level 30 by doing this method, so try it out for yourself. And you could use this to simply just level up masteries for different weapons on all of your Wayfinders, and you'd have everybody with max mastery in every single weapon. You could probably do Undercroft Sphere 4 until level 15 if you have it unlocked, and then move it on to farming bosses. If you have friends that play the game, then it's even better because they can boost you without any penalties. You could go into Sphere 4 Reaver Woods, for example, and just enjoy all of the XP. But since we're doing this by ourselves, let's stick to the basics. Between 15 to 20, I prefer doing a mix of lost zones, such as the Bloodworks on Sphere 2 or Sphere 3, and some bosses just so I don't get bored of repeatedly doing the same thing over and over again. Once you're level 20, you can just go into the repository and farm it all the way to level 30. Whilst weaving in some boss hunts to keep things fresh and a chance to get epic level accessories. Also, on a side note, they updated the game so you can't go into something that requires like 2500 power level with a Wayfinder that is significantly below this, even if you are in a party, so try to stick to like minus 600 or so. And currently you can equip level 33 items if your Wayfinder has Awakening level 3. So farming bosses and lost zones that are around 2300 to 2600 power level will get you max level equipment. I personally prefer to stick to around 2300 power level, as this will give you either a level 29 or level 30 accessories, so you can use them on all of your Wayfinders, even if they aren't awakened. And that about sums it up for this video. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe for future content. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.